I was really hoping you guys would be able to tell what I'm holding right now. Can you guys even tell this masterpiece that's in my hand right now? I've been making it a point to collect every. I can't even. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh yeah. Okay, no, we're good. I've been making it a point to collect every Lego Star Wars minifigure. However, this is and will always be the holy grail of my minifig collection. This is a custom made figure that I have. Shout out to Eclipse Graphics for putting this bad boy together. Rebel Friend has been immortalized as a physical minifigure, and I will forever cherish him. So how's everyone doing today? Rich Boy J here, back again with another live stream. I know it's been a little rough lately. I've lost a few fans, lost a few friends, but shout out to everyone who is still here with me. Let's go ahead and do the rundown real quick. We got Fesby, Mellow28, some dude named Kedem, Bricks for the Empire, Jonathan Clues, Axidroid, Anakin Skywalker, Brickflyer Smoothly, Speed Lego, Sio Bibble, The Star Wars Guy, Bricks99 Bennett, RoboNet03, HollowNet, Brick Pigeon, Kappa Bricks, Per Daniel Kingold, Nathan Watson, Mad Dog, British Bricks, Capo86, Kicks Productions, Rebel Boy Studios, Brick Pigeon, Darth Maul Lego, Hugo Lind, Brick Freak, Nathan Watson again. How's everyone doing today? I'm actually pretty excited about this stream because I'm hopefully gonna. I'm not gonna finish up everything I have to do with these nets, but I will at least finish up everything I need to do on this base plate with these nets because this is such an arduous process. I am just beyond ready to finish this up. And shout out to Duck Bricks. I did not mean to skip you, homie. This is going to be a guest stream, so if you guys are part of the Discord, you can go ahead and hop in the stream waiting room chat. Say that 5 times fast. Stream waiting room. Looks like we got RoboNet already. I'll go ahead and move him in. What's going on, dude? I don't know if if he moved himself out. Hold on. All right, can you hear me? Uh-oh. Shout out to Brick Freak for the $3 dono. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. All right, can you guys hear me in the live stream call? Oh, I know what I need to do. Okay, this is actually my mistake. I need to... For whatever reason, this is the dumbest thing ever. Whenever I plug my microphone in when I'm in Discord, it changes not only my input device to the microphone, but the output device to the microphone. So it's basically trying to play audio from my microphone. And I don't know if I need to let you guys know, but my microphone is not a speaker, so that obviously won't work. But anyone in the call right now, say something.
Hello.
All right, yep, we're good to go. All right, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, just working on a mock.
What are you working on?
Another Mandalore, actually.
Another Mandalore? Oh my god.
Yep, I had some random inspiration, so just started working on it, and I'm almost done, actually. Just have, like, a little less than a quarter left to go.
This man loves his Mandalore, that's for sure.
Yes, sir.
Shane says, hey, Rich Boy J, how was the Monster Truck convention? I'm sorry I haven't tuned in for a while. Yeah, that's actually an interesting question. So I did go to a Monster Truck show a few weeks ago. It was awesome. It's like the first Monster Truck show they've held basically since COVID started. So it was kind of special in that regard. And I had a lot of fun. Cap asked if I watched the holiday special. So no, I did not watch the holiday special, but for good reason. We're actually going to be hosting a watch party for the holiday special on my Discord on Friday. I forget what time. Maybe one of the mods can remind me. We're basically going to be doing it Friday evening-ish this week. So if you haven't seen it already, I'd suggest hold off on it so you can get to enjoy it with all of us. And it's going to be a good time.
It's going to be at 3 p.m. Boyo Standard Time.
There we go. 3 p.m. BST. Be there or be square. Chandler Pound says, hi Jay, I'm back from my long hibernation. I've been collecting stuff. Now I'm back. I may be in school, but it's been a long time since I've been on a stream. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. If anyone's wondering why we're holding this at 3 p.m., this is to best try to accommodate the international boyos as well as the U.S. boyos. But I feel like recently I've been seeing a lot of just mocks in general, and I'm like, man, I really need to finish this up so I can free myself up to build some other things, you know? Like just other small projects that I don't typically get to do because I'm always building something huge. Duck Brick says, do you think it's okay for me to change my name to Duck Productions? Go for it. I mean, are you really a Lego YouTuber if your name doesn't end in Bricks or Productions or Studios?
I mean, there's got to be a couple numbers in there too.
That is true. Rich Boy J Bricks Production Studios 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Jay, what would you build if you were doing a smaller mock? One thing that's kind of been on my mind is the invisible hand duel between Dooku, Anakin, and Obi-Wan. That's one that we shockingly haven't gotten a Lego set from, which I think is preposterous. That duel absolutely deserves a Lego set. But if Lego's not going to do it, then I'd like to take a shot at it.
I bet you could mod that final duel, like the one that came out this year, to like be the opposite, where like the chair is on
Right.
like, the lower ground, and then you sort of mod it so that like the two places on the sides are that balcony.
That is true. The only issue would be the duel from Revenge of the Sith has two sets of stairs, whereas the set only has one. So you would either have to split it or maybe get a second one to be stairs as well. Edward says Palpatine versus Yoda. Yep, that absolutely deserves a set. Absolutely deserves a
That
set. I feel like the Palpatine and Yoda duel.
Oh, the Palpatine Yoda, I thought.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that one would be really conducive to a Lego set. Like, you could make, 3 or 4 of the Senate pods in the set and have some pretty interesting action features. Maybe include a prequel Bail Organa in there. That might work out.
That would be awesome.
So we could get some pretty cool pieces with that set too.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Actually, now that I think about it, if I had to pick one set that I'd want prequel Bail Organa to be in, it would still be that, the scene in Revenge of the Sith with Zet Jukasa when he's on top of the Jedi Temple, fighting the 501st troops.
Yeah, that'd be a cool set.
Bail's Speeder, the Lego set. I still want to make this video, but it's surprising to see what things have gotten Lego sets and what has not gotten a Lego set. Like, in the grand scheme of things, it's honestly kind of shocking that we got the Coruscant speeder chase with how much episode 2 just gets put on the back burner with Lego. That seems like one of those ones that they just wouldn't have released and we still to this day just wouldn't have. I mean, it's ridiculous that we haven't even gotten a remake of it because that set could absolutely be updated. Jay, you should get Jar Jar tatted on your chest. That's some dedication.
Do you know he doesn't already?
That is a good point. You guys have never actually seen my chest. Rich Boy J chest reveal at 40,000 subs. Help get me the guys. And we did get the quad jumper from Force Awakens. That's probably the Force Awakens set that I like the least.
I bet if they did the Senate thing, it would have something similar where you could push on something and it shoots out the pods.
Exactly. Oh, without a doubt.
So that was like the weirdest set I'd ever it was just so unexpected. Like I wasn't expecting anything like that, and then they were just like, oh, there you go, quad jumper.
Yeah.
Like, what?
The ship that explodes. Is that the Star Wars set we've gotten that includes a ship that has like the least amount of screen time? I guess other than maybe the T-16. But even the T-16 like flies across the screen at the end of episode 6. That's a good question. What Star Wars set has from a film? Because there's things like the TIE Crawler that was obviously never in a movie, but like what Star Wars like set vehicle from a film has the least amount of screen time? Like is the quad jumper might be it. Oh yeah, there is the. I mean, so it has to actually show up in the film. People are gonna say the. Honestly, it might be the First Order snowspeeder because that actually is in the film. But like the First Order snowspeeder is actually in the film less than the quad jumper. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's true.
Enthard says the B wing. Is the V wing. The V wing. The V-Wing might have less time, or might have more time even than the First Order Snowspeeder. Someone needs to, we need a breakdown. Someone needs to time the amount of screen time the First Order Snowspeeder gets versus the B-Wing and the V-Wing. So a lot of people are saying ships that weren't in the film. We're going to have to, we're going to only include ships that actually do show up in films. Just they have such low screen time. Shane says the quad jumper has like 2 seconds. How much time does the First Order Snowspeeder have? Like that one, if you blink, you might miss it. Mandalorian fighter in episode 9. What? What did I miss? There's a Mandalorian. I mean, at this point, I fully expect every ship ever to be in episode 9. I feel like episode 9 ships can't count. Because
there's too many.
There's like exactly. British Brick says, "Did Anakin's green starfighter?" I mean that has a decent amount of time. Like that definitely. I mean there's that whole sequence where it's like parked with R2 in it, so we see it definitely longer than the First Order Snowspeeder. Chandler Pound says ATST and Empire Strikes Back. That's a good point. I feel like the ATST still might have more time than the First Order Snowspeeder. Anthony says the Juggernaut. The Juggernaut actually has a decent amount of screen time because they're like not only are they on Kashyyyk, but you also see them in the staging area on Coruscant. ATRT still probably has more screen time. We need someone to crunch the numbers.
I'm not big enough of like a vehicle fan to know that.
There are too many vehicles in Star Wars that don't get enough screen time.
Honestly, it's funny to look at, what people's favorite vehicles might be, and then to actually like consider how much do we actually see this thing. Like Arc 170s get hardly any screen time. Naboo starfighters get a surprising amount of screen time. Honestly, the only ships that get an extensive amount of screen time, the Falcon obviously, I'd say Star Destroyers, TIE Fighters, and X-Wings. Everything else we just don't see a ton. I guess MTTs and AATs get a decent amount of screen time. Although, considering they're basically just... At least the MTTs are just parked there most of the time. I'm not sure how much
Naboo
those count.
Starfighter. I think that's also one of them.
The what?
Like, everyone knows.
What vehicle did you say?
Naboo Starfighter.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. The N1s might get more screen time than X-Wings.
Honestly,
per movie.
Yeah. That's so weird to think about.
Yeah. I mean, the sequence that they're involved... I mean, because they're involved in multiple sequences. Like... And the sequences they're involved in are actually quite long. What about the turbo tank? Yeah, I mentioned earlier, the turbo tank... I mean, we see them just driving across Kashyyyk a few times, and then we see them in the staging area. On Coruscant. Pod racers get a shocking amount of screen time. Like, oh my god. Honestly, like, is there a vehicle that has more screen time than Anakin's pod racer, other than like the Falcon?
You
Like,
count the Death Star, but that's not really doesn't really count.
right? I mean, yeah, I don't think that counts.
Yeah, so it's a space station, not a ship.
There we
So,
go.
It can fly. That's what matters.
It flies now.
They fly now.
Yeah, I don't know if there's like Anakin's pod racer basically like in the pod racing sequence alone gets basically just like 15 to 20 minutes of just straight screen time.
And he's also like building it.
Yep. He's working on it, and it's also in the Mandalorian. So there you go.
Yeah. Well, pardon me.
Let's say Joey Kessler says the land speeder that comes in the Master Builder series Mos Eisley has about a second in it. That's actually a good point. That thing might actually have less screen time than the First Order Snow Speeder.
wasn't that the same speeder though that was in the first episode of season 2 of The Mandalorian?
The first episode of season 2, maybe. I legit don't even remember.
I mean, neither.
I think they were the same type because I remember seeing it and I was like, I think that's that same speeder.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, when did he? What speeder?
The one that the mining guild came in on and they blew it up.
Oh, yep,
Oh,
yep.
yeah,
No, that is
you're
it.
right.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah.
That is very true. Sith Infiltrator actually hardly has any time. That's a good point. Which is shocking considering how many Lego sets it's gotten. Like,
Yeah.
What
Well,
it-
people like bad guy ships, because then you come with bad guys that you can fight the good guys with.
right. But that's
So,
like,
it's a-
I mean, I guess they made Count Dooku's Solar Sailor once, but that even has more screen time than the Sith Infiltrator. We never actually
But
see the Sith Infiltrator fly.
it
It's only
looks
parked
like-
there.
the Count Dooku ship, it looks kind of weird. Like, people would want like a menacing, like, gray ship. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess
just
the
feel like it
Sith
would sell
Infiltrator is
well.
more Star Warsy, I suppose.
Yeah.
What are we? We've had 4 system scale Sith Infiltrators and a microfighter Sith Infiltrator.
It should be a list of like top 10 Lego vehicles or sets or something that have been remade. I'd be interested to see like what can compare to the Falcon or an X-wing.
Well, I mean, we can kind of discuss that now. So I mean, Falcons and X-wings, obviously. Well, so here's the thing: if we just say X-wings, do we include like different variations of the X-wing? Like,
Yeah.
Like, do we include like T-70s and T-65s, like all in
Yeah.
one? See, I don't think that's fair because they're actually just
Wait. No, those are different. I mean, like the different like Resistance one, like those ones could be the same, but not like different models of.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That wouldn't be good.
So let's see, like Falcons. There was the original one, the 04 one, the like 2011 one, the Force Awakens one. Do we include the UCS Falcon?
Yeah, well, definitely. That's like the ultimate Falcon.
Okay, 2 UCS Falcons, so that's 7 Falcons. The the Rise of Skywalker. Does the Kessel Run Falcon count?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay, so basically like 8 Falcons. I don't think anything's gonna get close to this. Because even with X-wings, there's the original gray one, the Dagobah one, the remake of the Dagobah one, the like 2010 one,
Well, there's been 2 UCS ones.
that is true. I forgot the most recent one and 2 UCS. Okay, so that's 7. I mean, do we count the 4+ one as well?
I don't know.
I feel like if we count the UPUCS one, we have to count
Yeah,
the
I
4 plus
guess.
one.
Yeah.
So technically 8. But so do we count the MIDI scale Falcon? Because that's going to take the Falcons to 9.
Well, I feel like it would have to be. Well, actually, yeah. I don't know. That's a good point.
Point.
And then do you include microfighters? Like,
This is getting out of hand. There are too many of them.
what are we going to do?
What are we going to do?
I feel like we should only include ones that can fit a minifig.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, technically the microfighters can fit minifigs.
Yeah, but the UCS one fit. Like, can the UCS X-Wing fit a minifig?
Ooh,
I mean,
that's true.
it can, but you're not really supposed. Like, there's a cockpit, and you could put a minifig in if you want, but it's not really made to accommodate a minifig. Although the R2D2 sits in it, so does that not count?
Yeah, that should count. Like, if it can fit a minifigure, then it counts, I think.
Being able to fit a minifigure honestly doesn't change much. Basically, that just rolls out like the mini models, but
Yeah, but there's a bunch of mini models of like X-Wings and stuff from like advent calendars.
right, yeah. Appreciate that, Sam Mason. Yeah, there's too many. I think the only sets other than X-Wings and Falcons that could come close to it, I'd say either the Naboo Starfighter or Sith Infiltrator. Because Naboo Starfighter, there was the original one, there was the '07 one, there's the 2 recent-ish ones. I don't remember what years they came out, but it's like 2014 and maybe like 2010, 2011. And there was a UCS Naboo Starfighter, so that's 5. I guess there's not that many. I mean, 5 is a lot, but...
Slave ones, there's a lot of those.
Are there more Slave 1s than Naboo Starfighters? There's probably an equal amount.
I don't know, there's one, two...
There's 4
There's at
system
least
scale
5.
and the UCS one. Yeah, 5.
Yeah. Actually, it's shocking that we haven't gotten a microfighter of one yet.
That is pretty surprising.
Like, you would think that's one of the first things they would do.
I'm guessing they just didn't want to give Boba Fett away in a set that cheap.
Yeah.
Like, if you want Boba Fett, you're gonna pay a premium. Are there any other vehicles that come close to X-Wings and Falcons?
AT-ATs, but I don't think there's that
Hey, what's
many.
up, BFAT, bro? Yeah, AT-ATs are probably the closest.
There were also 5 of them, I think. Maybe 6.
The original, the motorized one.
Oh,
The
there's
two- the
there was
3
also
recent
a
ones.
microfighter.
There was a microfighter. Do we count the Mindstorms one?
There was a Mindstorms one.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can it
Yeah,
fit
there
a
was.
minifigure?
It actually, I don't. It's not made to accommodate minifigs now.
Yeah, so it was like a Technic model. It wasn't really like an actual like.
I don't think that would count.
Yeah, I don't think it counts.
I agree.
I'm doing good, BFAT. How about you, bro? Oh, Luke's Land Speeder. That's the one we forgot to do.
Are there actually that many of them?
There's
It's like-
there's a lot. There's the original one. There's the like 09-ish one. There's the one in the original Cantina. There's the one in the new-ish, the 2014 Cantina. We've gotten 2 recently by themselves. That's 6 at least. Am I missing any? Maybe there's just 6. I mean, that's still a lot, but
Is there a microfighter?
no, I don't think so.
That would be the ultimate, like
That would be
like
so
next
funny.
year we get a microfighter.
I just might. I would probably buy it just for the memes.
Just for the memes.
I have the 2009 one. That one was actually pretty good. I think that one's my favorite.
That was like the one Lego Star Wars set I bought when I was in my dark ages. Like I remember, I was like at like Walmart or something, and we were walking past the toy aisle, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." I never had a land speeder when I was younger, so I just bought it, and like it was probably like 4 more years until I bought another Lego Star Wars set. There's a surprising amount of Vulture droids, actually. Now that I think about it.
Oh yeah, that is true.
What's up, First Order Lego? How you doing, bro?
Yo, First Order Lego, what's up?
There's the original brown one. There's the blue one that came with Anakin's interceptor. There's the hyena one. I mean it's close enough. I'd count it. There's the one that came with a Jedi starfighter from the Clone Wars. There's the other brown one that came with the Naboo starfighter. There was the newer Vulture droid that came by itself, and I forget what figure it came with, but basically you could put a droid inside it. That's 6 Vulture
Weird.
droids.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Vulture droids. Colt says my favorite land speeder is the 03-04 version from the OG Cantina Sand Red. That was nice. It was a nice... I mean, I miss Sand Red. Sand Red's a very nice Lego color. Apparently there's 8 ATRTs. That's insane. The thing about the ATRTs is they aren't all the same, like... I guess if you're kind of... Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of them. There's no way around it.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with that is they're all like different sizes and stuff. Like,
Exactly, yeah. The episode 3 ATRT was, I think, my first, like, Lego Star Wars set from episode 3. It was such a good set for that price point. Like, what was it, like a $7 or $10 set, and it came with a clone. That's all I needed. That was enough to keep me happy. Obi-Wan Kenobi says, what's your favorite Lego color, Jay? That's a good question. Probably either dark blue or dark red.
mine is dark brown.
Honestly,
There's
any
something just nice about it.
any of the
I don't know.
dark colors, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
dark green is nice, too.
I agree with that. There's just something nice about like they do it good.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have to say, like, I think it's called, like, medium azure or
Yeah.
something like that. I do not have enough of that color. I need more.
Is that the Max Rebo color?
Yes.
Max
think.
Rebo. There's so many blues, it's hard to keep up with them.
Exactly.
Chandler Powell says, Jay, how about the Hammerhead Corvette? It's a pretty cool ship. I made a mini version for my Rogue One mock I did back in the day. That's a throwback.
That would be a cool UCS set.
I'm cutting nets, Luca. It is kind of disappointing to spend all this money on these nets and then end up having to cut them, but whatever.
How many A-wings are there?
I don't think there's that many. There's the original one, the original one, the '08 one.
The one that came in that the home one set.
Oh yeah, there was the green one in the home one set. There was the what else was there?
There was a juniors one, and then there was the UCS one.
Oh yeah, there is a UCS A-wing now.
And then there's the new green one that was for Rise of Skywalker.
That's a different model, so I don't think that'll count.
Well, we counted the newer X-wing. Is it actually a different model?
We didn't count the newer X-wings. Well, I didn't. But it is a new model. It's a Resistance A-wing. It's not the
Well,
same.
I would count the new models. If so, the X-wing then definitely has.
Oh, if we're counting the new models, the X-wing blows everything out of
Yeah.
the water because there's so many. I know if we do that, like then we would if we like considered every variation of a TIE fighter, that would also just blow the numbers out of the water.
Right. Well, what's the difference? Like, I guess the engine is sort of different on the newer X-wing.
Oh, the engine's. I mean, it's like it's one big circle and it's split down the middle. The wings, the S foils are also totally different. The shape of like the nose is also different. Like if you look at the two X wings next to each other, there's a decent amount of
Yeah.
differences.
I'm gonna need to get myself a newer X-wing. I only have the OG one.
Like the gray one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a throwback. That is such a throwback. I'm not. I mean, that original X-wing, I'm not a fan of at all.
I mean, it's not good at all.
Yeah.
Like there was a point where I was trying to rebuild a lot of like my Lego, and so there was a couple old sets that like my parents got. So there's like the Slave One, the Millennium Falcon, and that X-wing, and they're all just so ugly.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
and
The
they
oldest.
were so expensive too, like back in the day.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. The oldest Star Wars sets I have like built. So I got all the 20th anniversary original versions of those sets whenever that wave came out last year, just to compare them. So I had like the Slave one, I have that Gray Snow Speeder, and I have the Anakin's Pod Racer. Those are the oldest sets I think I have like built. The original Boba Slave one, oh my god, that thing is so ugly. It's amazing just how much they advanced, even like between then and the Jango Fett one.
Yeah. I mean, same thing with the Millennium Falcon. Like the second Millennium Falcon looks way, way better than the first one did.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's weird how like that second Millennium Falcon too, like that general design, like Lego stuck with for such a long time. Like I would say, it wasn't until the most recent Force Awakens Falcon that they really did something significantly different from that second Falcon. So it was a very timeless design.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Oh, absolutely. Colt says he likes the original X-wing. That I just, I mean, for for back then it's okay, but like looking at it now, I don't think it's
Like
aged
the
well.
general shape of it was fine. The cockpit, like where the minifig sits, just looks really bad and blocky.
Yeah. Honestly, the worst of those original sets, like aesthetic wise, like one that I just do not think aged well at all, for me is probably the Naboo Starfighter. The original Naboo Starfighter is so ugly to me. Like the engines are just so wrong. Like the body of it is so huge compared to the engines. It looks terrible. And I did not watch that. Someone asked if I watched the holiday special yet. I did not watch it. I'm holding off on watching it until we have a watch party on the Discord this Friday. So you guys should all be there. When did the UCS Naboo Starfighter come out?
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I
Let's
forgot
see.
that was a thing.
UCS Naboo Starfighter.
I feel like it was like 2005, 2007, something like that. I don't know.
Oh, it definitely came out before then. It came out in '02.
Wow, I was way off.
Real.
When did the original one come out? Was that a '99 set or a 2000 set? The original one came out in 1999. In 3 years, they improved that thing significantly. What's up, Gaspar Gran Juan? What's up, Mark Mobile? So whenever Starkiller is done, I'm just gonna ride off into the sunset. I'm gonna get called back to my home planet.
Dude, I'm so hyped for you to finish this mock. Like that, it is crazy every week. Just seeing these updates and how much work you're putting into it, and it literally blows my mind to think that like pretty soon you're gonna be able to put this thing together and it'll like. How big is it? Like, do you have like an actual like dimension for it or anything?
So I appreciate that, and it's gonna end up. So I don't know yet. It's still a very fluid thing. Like it's gonna depend on like obviously how everything comes together in the end. I'm not sure how many base plates I'll need for like the last section part of it, but it's gonna be at least like four and 2/3, basically 5 gray base plates wide, and maybe like 15-ish gray base plates long, maybe probably longer. We'll see.
Holy crap!
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty insane. One day, man. One day. As much as I love this net technique, this takes so long. Oh my god. What were you about to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say I did the math real fast just to see, if you were to do that many base plates, your mock would be I think it was. Let me check. Hang on. It was 18.5 feet long.
Oh my god. That is ridiculous.
Gosh. Dude, that's like bigger than my Lego room.
That is so
gosh.
insane.
Wait, actually no, I don't think it is. I don't know. I'd have to measure my Lego room. I don't know how big it is.
I mean, 18.5 feet is a pretty big room. Like,
yeah,
it's a pretty huge room.
Okay, now I'm curious. I gotta go measure. I'll be right back.
Go measure your room. Just Google the floor plan of your house. You know, as it stands, I don't have a single room in this. I don't have a single room that's not like the living room that can hold this mock all in one place. So it'll be very nice to me to actually just see everything together. That's probably the most, I wouldn't say frustrating, but just kind of annoying thing about building this big, basically not being able to see everything together until the very end.
I mean, not like mock wise, but like, what are you gonna do when you're done, like with the mock? Like, are you just gonna break it down for parts?
What's up, Waffles? Yeah, so I mean, I'll definitely like get as many videos as I can. Last thing I want to happen is to like finish recording videos and start taking the mock apart and be like, oh crap, I should have recorded this video. So I'm gonna spend a decent amount of time, you know, making sure I get all the pictures, videos, etc. done that I want of the build. And then I'm just gonna commence to taking it apart. Like, that's gonna suck. Like, I cannot explain just how much taking this apart is gonna suck. Like, obviously building it takes forever, but there's gonna be so many pieces. Honestly, the nice thing about taking it apart we'll be seeing just all in one place all the parts it took to make a mock this big. Like, I don't know where I'm going to store all these parts. Like, as it stands, you know, all these sections are kind of everywhere across, you know, my Lego rooms. But, like, once this is done, I'm going to have so many parts. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do.
How long are you going to keep it together?
That's a great question. I can't keep it together super long because, you know, it can't take up the living room forever.
Yeah.
But really, just as long as it takes to get all the videos I want to get done and let everyone who wants to see it.
Just milk it as much as you can.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm going to have to. I put way too much time into this build to not milk every cent out of it whenever this thing gets finished up.
Good morning, Starkiller Base. Time for your new photo shoot.
Basically.
Yes, honey.
Basically.
Alright, I'm back. I measured my Lego room using a base plate, and it's only about 16 feet long. So I could not fit Starkiller in my Lego room, and
Wow.
now I'm sad.
That's a nice sized Lego room. Like the Lego room I'm in right now isn't even that big. This room.
Yeah, my dad was just like, "Do you want this extra room?" I was like, "No way, you just said that." I was like, "Yes, I
That's
get
awesome,
a Lego room." It was one of the greatest moments of my life.
You need
Because
to.
before I had just had it like, we had like a big room with all the toys in it when I
Right.
was younger, and that's where my Lego was, and all my siblings would get into it and destroy everything.
Right.
It was so annoying. So my dad was like, "Hey, you want this room?" I was like, "Yes, let's go."
That's where my Lego still is, but it's just because I've just taken over the entire room over the past 10 years.
Like Lego is such a space accommodating hobby. Like, oh my
Oh
god.
my god, yeah.
Like you need space.
That's like the biggest complaints here in the UK, where like all the rooms are so tiny.
Oh
You
right,
know?
yeah. Do y'all have basements there?
Yeah, but I'm in an apartment.
Right, yeah. I
Luckily,
just meant in general, like, because
yeah.
like
But like,
living.
luckily my room's big enough. Like I'm getting a table next week, so
Nice.
yeah.
I would say the complaint about like living, in the southern U.S. where I live is there are no basements. So, like,
Yeah.
if you're in the north, you can basically have an entire room dedicated, an entire floor of a house dedicated to a hobby, whereas we southern boyos do not have such luxuries.
Yeah, basements are nice.
Appreciate that, Daniel Selly. BFAB says I miss having a basement. Yeah, dude. I wish I had a basement. That would just be so convenient. If I had a basement, I could actually just build Starkiller all in one place. We'd be good to go.
Bro, you don't need a basement. You need a whole warehouse, bro.
That would be nice.
Like an external studio space.
I almost just want to build like a giant shed in my backyard just for Lego activities.
Bro, that's the goal.
I mean, I think it really sucks that right now, like, you can't be around people and have big gathering, because, like, to see Starkiller in person, like, that would be so crazy, like, see how big it is. Just, it's hard to, like, picture the actual scale of it in a video, basically.
Honestly, the biggest problem I'm going to have is getting a picture, like, of the entire mock. Like, it's going to be such a pain trying to take that photo. Because obviously, if it's in my living room, it'll fit, pretty snug, but it'll all fit in there. But, like, trying to get all of it in one picture is going to be such a pain.
You're gonna have to take like a panorama or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or invest in like a special lens that can
Right.
sort of get everything into one frame.
I'm not ready, guys.
We're not ready.
The world isn't ready. Well, Harper says that's a good idea, Jay. Start building a shed. I'll build a shed out of Lego. Man, these nets. Oh. I might just not connect these two. So, Office, how is the physical building of the Aces going?
What aces?
Oh, never mind.
No, I'm just kidding.
I didn't realize it was like that.
It's like
Like,
that.
someone asked me about Starkiller, I would be like, "What Starkiller?" I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. Jay, you're gonna hate it. There's a lot of technique.
Oh no! Why? Wait, why? Why is there so much Technic?
First of all, to get the angle of the wings.
Okay, I guess that's understandable.
Yeah, and then I implemented you know those big Technic turntables
Yeah.
into the fuselage, and then just trying to build around that. Plus all the greebling on top, plus all the snot on the top, bottom, sides, the angled bits.
Right.
So yeah.
That's
Well, I mean,
intense.
once it's covered up by curved tiles, it looks beautiful. It's pretty stable too. I surprised myself.
That's always a pleasant surprise when something is a lot more stable than you thought it might be.
Yeah. I mean, so far it's just a rear section that's just the size of my hand. Haven't even built out the wings yet, and haven't even.
So is the digital file fully completed?
No.
So are you building it in like physical bricks to solve a problem that you couldn't solve digitally?
Yeah, I decided I'm not gonna build the whole thing digitally this time, because building digitally sucks. So I'm just like, you know what? Like I'll start building it in real bricks as well.
Gotcha.
Slowly order the necessary colors, you know, the olive greens, the the flame yellow oranges, and then once they're all finished, then finish the digital files for the instructions.
What was the easiest ace for you to build the first time around?
First time around,
Yeah.
might have been green ace.
I would have imagined it'd be the white and red one. Let's see. Green.
No, not really, because the front part has like it's kind of like a Y-wing cockpit.
Right. Yeah.
Like the sides are curved and they slope inwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a Google search for Green Ace Star Wars Resistance, and the Brothers Brick coverage of your aces came up. It's been so long since I've actually looked at all of these aces like built in together. Good times, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to find like more concept art of these ships just for reference. And like half the Google search results are my mocks. And I hate them now.
Oh my god,
Like, this is garbage.
bro! Never forget where you come from. You
Yeah,
can
never forget where you come from, but don't like, you know, never forget that you can be better.
in the words of Lor Santeca, you cannot deny the truth that is your original aces. You are so
That's-
right.
Starkiller finale better be like the top result on images or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Starkiller base.
If
For
you
Starkiller,
I want this to be the top like search result if you search Star Wars Episode 7. No, screw that. This better be the top result if you search Star Wars.
Yeah, it's just I have one of those like really long, like really bad like Amazon titles like Starkiller Base, Star Wars, Starkiller Base, Episode 7.
Episode 7. The
And then name
Mandalorian,
off
Baby
all the
Yoda, so
characters.
cute, dies, is back, revealed, revived,
Hash,
blows
hashtag Ahsoka Tano.
Yes.
Hashtag the Clone Wars. Hashtag General Kenobi. Hashtag hello there. Like spam it with all the like.
Hashtag Dave Filoni.
all the greatest hits.
Yeah.
Brick Flyers from Lee says, Jay, what do you think of me I guess you mean recreating the Death Star 2 fight between Rey and Kylo? That'd be fun. That's a cool fight location. You need to
That
get
would be a cool build. Very greebly.
Oh yeah, you need to give Kylo his wet hair. Wet hair. So if Lego did a set of that battle, do you guys think they would give Kylo like different hair?
No,
They just give him
I
his normal
highly
hair.
doubt.
Yeah.
no,
Knowing Lego, no.
no.
Lego never really. I mean, so actually, I mean, they gave the Mud Trooper Han like a different color hair, so I guess there's a little bit of precedent for that.
Did they give Trooper Han a different hair?
It's
I
the
thought it
same.
was the same hair as
No, it's in a new color. That I said it's a different color.
Oh.
Yeah,
but the same mold. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Han just got a new hair. That Star re-release.
Mud
Colored
Trooper Han.
Kylo's hair to like wet black. But not a new hairpiece.
I feel like they could probably use who's the guy from Ninjago? Is it Cole?
Lloyd.
No, not Lloyd. The other one, the brown one.
Garrett Mojo Dojo.
What?
That's the brown ninja.
His name is Garrett.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I think it's Cole. I don't know which one he is.
Black. Yeah. I think it's called the Black Ninja, but like they, they mixed a little brown in there in recent years. He's the Earth
I
Ninja.
stopped caring about Ninjago after that first wave.
Wow, that's
Bro,
a disrespect.
Ninjago is basically Bionicle with minifigs.
Yeah, they're like elemental heroes.
Yeah.
I like the Ninjago movie sets. I think those were
Yeah, those
really
were
cool.
Those, oh my
beautiful.
god. Yes.
They were like really well done.
Yeah, Coco says Cole's hair works really well for Kylo Ren. I thought so. I knew I wasn't crazy. British Brick says, whose hair do you think needs to be changed? That's a good question. I think episode 6 Luke.
Episode 3, Anakin.
Well, that's a given. Like, absolutely.
Episode 6 Luke.
I think episode 6 Luke for sure. Like, he should not have classic Lego hair. I'm sorry. Like, honestly, like, that hairpiece just doesn't work for anyone. Like, it works for no human.
Honestly,
It works for me.
The other hair they have right
It does not work for you, Waffles.
Well, it's the closest thing, to be honest. Like
Yeah, I can see
Lego
that.
just can't get the short hair right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It's either the slicked back hair that they gave for Anakin,
Yep. Or
Yeah.
Finn hair.
yeah.
Honestly,
Start
I am so
protecting
happy
my
Finn got new hair. Like, if they gave
Oh,
Finn
yeah.
classic Lego hair, I would be so mad. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, thank the maker Finn got new
bro,
hair.
they had to.
Thank the maker. The one annoying thing was Killmonger in the set that he came in, like the smaller
Bro,
Black Panther
Bro,
set.
worst minifigure ever.
Yeah, like
Like,
not only like his
Bro.
face was generic, which sucked, but they also didn't even bother giving him a hairpiece. They're just like he'll just be wearing this weird mask thing that he wears for like
yeah.
a very small portion of the film.
Yeah.
All
I,
right.
I always wondered if what would it be like if Lego went back and did like a legacy wave on the MCU on like all the movies
That could be pretty interesting.
and instead of the Mandarin and his weird Zamboni, like
Yeah,
I mean they kind of did that movie justice with the Hall of Armors
yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that.
and Igor.
Brickbuilder Watt says most Marvel figures are garbage, unfortunately. See, well, I don't know. I'm not a huge Marvel fan, so I don't pay super close attention to the figures. But I feel like I look at some of the Marvel figures and, like, they get dual molded. I guess the Spider-Man has, like, dual molded boots. Like, they get a lot more of the special stuff more often than Star
That
Wars
was
does.
only recently, really.
Oh, okay.
Like for a while, just it was the printing was not very good.
Gotcha.
Just like normal printing, basically.
Says, imagine Finn with the Jack 14 hair. Oh, God.
Oh my god.
Oh, God. That slicked back hair. Honestly, I think like, they just need to make a new Padawan hairpiece.
Yeah.
Like, it needs to, like, Finn's hair kind of works, but it also, it needs to have the ponytail on the back.
Honestly, I still think that 2002 Alpha Team Agent's hair is better for the Padawan. You know the one which like stands straight up. It's kind of like an extreme buzz cut.
Like, yeah, the J. Jonah Jameson hair.
Yeah, the J. Jonah Jameson hair.
Actually, I don't disagree with that. The only problem is it's a flat top, and like the Padawan hair isn't like it isn't so perfectly flat at the top.
Padawan hair is slicked back, but the shaping is better than the Lego slicked back hair.
Right.
That's like movies bully, like high school bully hair.
Yeah, that's like the Lego military haircut.
The old Flash Thompson.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight with Flash. Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
That's like the Lego military haircut.
Yeah.
All right, I got.
When's the last
see you,
time?
man. Take care.
See ya.
When's the last time they did that hair? I haven't seen that in ages.
The closest is the guy, the robot guy from Ninjago has a similar hairstyle to it. It's like a newer version of it. Which one's the robot guy?
Zane.
Yeah.
Zane.
His hair is similar to that. I don't know when's the last time they used that actual hairpiece. Does anyone in Star Wars actually have that hairpiece?
I mean, it's a pretty Star Warsy hair, but I don't think so.
I haven't seen. I don't know.
British Brick says the hair needs a Padawan braid too. I actually don't mind the Padawan braid being printed on. Like, I don't think that needs to be a physical part of the hairpiece. Yeah. I think it's fine printed on.
It would be really hard to mold.
Yeah, it would just,
and if they did, it would just be...
Or be really thick.
Yeah, it'd have to be, like,
Or
really
it would
thick.
just look dumb.
Yeah.
Where is
Lego J. Jonah Jameson here?
The old J. Jonah Jameson here. I think they gave him the newer old man hair in recent sets. Here, is this it? Yeah. 2001 to 2017.
What set in 2017 had that hair?
Well, I'm about to look it up.
Ninjago. Or some city set. Like a criminal or something.
Which one looks more recent? 2015, 2014, 2014, 2016. Oh, Zane had that hair.
Oh, did he?
In older sets, yeah.
In white.
2016, flat silver.
Oh, interesting.
Right, he's like a robot or something.
Yeah, he's a android, a ninjroid. If you want to be specific. 2014. What looks to be the most recent set here?
Lego Boy 88 says, "Do you think the Percival Graves hair works for Moff Gideon?" So I'll be completely honest with you. I have no idea who Percival Graves is.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's like slick back hair, but with like white on the sides.
Oh, was that the
Some
Chase
someone,
figure in the Harry Potter sets? And the Harry
yeah,
Potter CMF? Oh, okay. Oh, I do know who that is.
It's
yeah.
the only CMF from that series I don't have.
I don't think does
Colin,
Moff Gideon
Colin
have gray hair on
Farrell.
the sides? I honestly don't remember.
Yeah, I think he had white on the sides.
Someone did make a custom Moff Gideon minifig
Oh, like
with
it's like gray on the sides, not white. But yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think yeah, yeah. They did use the hair from Percival Graves, and I think they used like Jin Erso Imperial disguise for the torso.
That could work. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw it on Instagram the other day. I just forgot who made it.
He's the old Lando.
Who did they use for the head though?
Lando probably.
Yeah, I'd say probably Lando.
He has that mustache. That grayish a little.
Long live the Empire. I refuse to chew 5 gum. That's a spoiler.
Bro,
Sorry, Jay.
that's the kind of Star Wars moment you want to witness in like as it happens. Lego Boy 88 says I use young Lando head for Moff Gideon. His facial hair doesn't look that elaborate though, as young Lando's facial hair.
Childish Landino.
That's so weird to think about. There's a young Lando minifig.
Young Lando.
So I don't really get the whole hype behind Moff Gideon. Like,
Bro, he has the
is he
dark
from
saber.
something else?
No, he's not.
Yeah, but like, is he from something
Bro,
else?
he's Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Because he
That's
just looks
it.
like a grandpa doing like a cosplay.
Bro, don't you dare disrespect Gus Fring like that. I just posted a picture in the chat. That's the only young Lando I recognize.
Yes. Landonis Baltazar Carlesian III, Baron Administrator of Cloud City.
Want that torso, please.
This is also the only young Han Solo I recognize.
Solo a
Bro.
Star Wars story? Nah, bro. Lego
The
Star Wars
Padawan
Padawan
Menace.
Menace.
Exactly. It is crazy how Lego Star Wars predicted the entire trajectory of Star Wars moving forward. The only
Lego
problem with
Star
that
Wars
young Han
figures
figure,
are so good.
the only problem with that young Han figure is he doesn't have the name tag. That's the only thing he needs.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have someone custom print that.
Lego didn't include the name tag because then it would be the most powerful minifigure ever.
It would, dude. That figure would be so expensive on the aftermarket.
Yeah.
That would be a perfect chase figure. Like they can put it in like, they can make 1,000 of them and put them across random sets, bro. Their stocks would go up exponentially.
Donks.
Jay, other than Jedi Rocks, what was the worst change to the original trilogy? Definitely that Jabba scene in Episode 4. Like, there's other offensive things, like in Episode 4 when the giant Ronto walks in front of the screen. But that Jabba scene is just, ugh. Ugh.
On that tail, boy.
Java, you're a wonderful human being.
What was George thinking? Like, George has to be just trolling all of us. There's no other answer to. There's no other excuse for this other than that George is just a huge troll. George actually.
George Lucas be like, I'ma fix wolves. If you know, you know.
George
What
Lucas
if Jabba
selling.
was a slug guy? JK,
Unless. George Lucas selling Star Wars to Disney was just to troll all of us.
I mean, honestly, it's great for him. Now everybody wants him back for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, he gets all the money. Like,
We love you now, George.
Honestly, I would love to see George Lucas get to make another Star Wars movie, just so people can be like, "Oh yeah, this is why we wanted you to stop making Star Wars movies." Because that's the thing, right? Like the novelty of the technology that George put into the prequels is kind of worn off. So like, what would be his like thing if he got to make new Star Wars movies? Like sorry, George, like just showing expansive planets that your computers can make isn't enough now.
I think George's new thing would have been the volume, but Jon Favreau got to it first.
I could see that.
Yeah. The volume seems like a George thing to do for a new Star Wars movie.
You're a wonderful human being. Did anyone get kind of racist vibes from Han Solo when he's like, you can't trust those little freaks when talking about Conja Club? I thought he should have been canceled right then and there.
Oh my god.
I was like, whoa, I don't know about that line, bro. I don't know about that.
That's a J.J. Abrams thing.
Yep. JJ went too far. JJ went too far.
J.J. Abrams be like, Rose Tico, who's that?
Oh no. Not Rose. Honestly, it's kind of sad that like Ryan Johnson went out of his way to like I'd say like Poe for example, right? Like JJ didn't do a ton with Poe. Like JJ didn't even want Poe to live past that first movie.
Yeah.
But like Ryan Johnson takes his character and makes him like a pretty like integral part of his movie. And like JJ gets Ryan's character and it's just like, nah fam, we good.
Nah fam, we good. But hey, here's Palpatine.
Yeah. But hey, here's Claude. Claude has the same amount of screen time in Rise of Skywalker as Rose. Let that sit in.
we
Bruh.
should have gotten more. But the world wasn't ready for Claude.
Claude should have had Holdo's death.
Yes.
Maneuver.
The Claude maneuver.
One thing I still just don't understand about Rise of Skywalker is like, so like JJ goes out of his way in episode 9 to be like, to have someone say, hey, let's do the Holdo maneuver, and then someone responds, oh, that's 1 in a million. To be like, oh yeah, like it doesn't work all the time.
And then on Endor, like someone.
Yeah, and then someone does it. Like what? It literally that movie literally seems like it was written scene to scene. Like it was just like, okay, what happens next? Okay, what happens next? Okay, what happens next? With no regard for what happened previously. Like, he's like, okay, what happens next? Oh, we should have, like, a Holdo maneuver in the sky. That'd be kind of cool. And then be like, but didn't we just... Nope. No.
No. Trust me, it'll look cool.
Yeah.
Hey, remember Ewoks?
Yeah.
Hey, remember Ewoks?
Bro, so much... Honestly, I need to watch Rise of Skywalker again just so I can remember all the things that are in that movie. Like, I totally forgot Ewoks are in that movie.
That, like, there's that, whatever, Wickets with a little guy. That was actually...
Yeah, Warwick Davis.
Actors, Yeah, his son, which is pretty cool. Unnecessary, but cool.
I'm when I grow up, when I have kids, I'm definitely gonna make one of my kids dress up as like a Jawa for Halloween. Where was I? I was at a Comic Con, Comic Palooza here in Houston, and they have the 501st there as well as like the Mando Mercs. So there's like tons of people cosplaying as Star Wars characters, and like they just get their kids to dress up as like Jawas or whatever, and it's just so adorable. Like,
No makeup.
Honestly, I when I was little, I always thought Jaw was really cool for some reason.
they're cute. Jawas are
They
so
are
cute.
cool.
I like them.
Honestly, the most memorable thing to me about Jawas was how in Lego Star Wars 2, whenever you're on the Sandcrawler, if you pick a droid, a Jawa will just run over and like freeze you and then run away.
Yeah.
Joey Kessler says Finn and Rose should have switched roles in Last Jedi, with Finn as the hero and mentor he became in The Force Awakens, and Rose as the scared deserter who must learn from Finn. I mean, Finn didn't really become a hero or a mentor in The Force Awakens. I think that's probably one of the biggest misconceptions of that movie.
I kind of think Finn should have you know taken Poe to Canto Bight and tell him, yo, war is bad. Because in that movie, Poe's whole spiel was, okay, let's blow things up. Like,
I think that absolutely could have worked.
yeah.
That being said,
But if
I still prefer Poe's arc kind of just being Poe's arc, like
Yeah.
him kind of dealing with things, not necessarily on his own, but kind of without Finn being there.
Yeah.
Like some of the things Poe had to
Like
learn, I don't know if
he
Finn
goes
could have
through
taught
he
him.
goes through a trial, you know.
Right. And yes, in third, I am cutting Lego nets. Sue me.
Poor guy, he's upset.
Honestly, I have no. I mean, I have no reservations cutting nets. Appreciate that. It's Gamer XD1. Says it made sense for Finn to be a deserter to me because he was never adamantly for the Resistance in Force Awakens. Exactly. Even like no, I think people missed the scene in The Force Awakens where Han's like, "Wait, how do you know how to find this oscillator building?" He's like, "I don't. I'm just I'm just here
Yeah.
for Rey." It's like what?
Yeah.
Bruh. Dressing up as Jawa is just an
I
excuse to steal hubcaps. That's amazing.
I wish the sequels they can add the extra step to like kind of talk about and show like the dilemma inside Finn when he left the First Order because his buddy got killed. But then he's like, okay, do I kill my fellow stormtroopers or do I not? A little bit of a PTSD.
I agree.
Like, I think that would have been very interesting to see. And I think that would have made sense in The Last Jedi for Finn to sort of want to desert the Resistance and just save his friend and live a normal life. But unfortunately, he's in The Force Awakens shooting stormtroopers and yelling "Woo!"
That's one hell of a pilot.
Also, yes, full-on stormtrooper revolution. If you know, you know.
I'm assuming you have a big stormtrooper base for this, right? I guess that's what this whole thing is. I mean, I have like barracks built, so that's probably the specific base element to this build, but I mean, there's a pretty extensive interior for this. Yeah, no, I always found it weird that like. So I guess I can rationalize it both ways. So Finn obviously leaves the First Order, and then the next, I guess, outside of. But that's the thing, right? So his next encounter with them, they're shooting at him like from TIE fighters. And I think Finn understood, like on Takodana, Finn is just like he understands the First Order are ruthless, and he's honestly like terrified of them. So I think that's probably why they don't go out of their way to show his reservations with like killing stormtroopers, because he understands like if it's not, it's either me or them. Like the way he speaks about them, especially to Rey, he's like, "There's no escape." Like you see what they you're gonna see what they you're gonna see how they act towards us. And yeah, that's what I said. His next experience, they were shooting at him. Did I not say Jakku? I meant to say Jakku. Yeah. I said with TIE fighters. Yeah. Yeah, they were shooting at him with TIE fighters on Jakku.
Yeah.
But no, there's something that like that's kind of jarring, about him stabbing the stormtrooper through the chest with a lightsaber. It's like, whoa, bro.
Yo, chill. And that's how Finn ended up on the dark side again.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to tell Rey.
I'm a Sith
Bro,
Lord.
I'm actually banned. Yeah,
Finn, there's something, Rey, there's something I need to tell you. And she'd be like, a Sith Lord?
If you call me a spill, you'll gain my trust.
Psych, nah. Oof.
Yes, he was controlling Palpatine the whole time.
Oh my god.
Hey, what's up, Matt? I'm working on this snow, of course.
Snoke was really just Finn.
There's still something so silly to me about the scene when Hans Freighter finds the Falcon, and Finn's like looking up, and he's like, "Oh, it's the First Order."
It's the First Order.
I'm like,
really,
did you?
is that what the First Order looks like? They use like weird faders.
Like, did he just see a red light and assume, oh, it has to be the First Order? Like that, like honestly, that scene just did not have to happen that way.
Yeah, no. He could have said, "Oh, pirates."
Exactly, yeah. I guess the reason he had to say, I guess
what everyone else in Star Wars says when a third party comes up is like, "Oh, pirates."
Yeah. I guess the reasoning behind it is they want it to do the scene where they're like, oh, like we're gonna gas them out, and it's like, oh, their helmets filter. What does he say? Toxins, not no. Crap, what's the line? What do their helmets filter?
No filter, no makeup.
Oh my god. Come on, guys. I thought you guys were Star Wars fans. I'm sure.
No, they only watch the Clone Wars and not the sequels.
Okay, they filter smoke, not toxins. There we go. British Brick says dioxazine. Bro, can we get a dioxazine reference in Star Wars?
Please.
Something that's always confused me is that, like, in Star Wars, like, red is associated with the bad guys, but yet the good guys fire red blaster beams, and then the bad guys fire green.
That always was weird to me. Yeah.
Sith Lord.
Yeah, I think everybody who's good is a Sith Lord.
Star Wars is color confused. They filter smoke, not toxins. But do they filter dioxazine?
That's the real question.
What if the Jedi just died right there? That would have been a very interesting twist to that movie. Surely they're dead now. Destroy what's left of them. Can we agree that's the worst line in all of Star Wars?
Or there's something more stupid than that.
I don't know. Surely they're dead. Destroy what's left of them.
Oh, stupidest Star Wars lines.
They're no match for a droid because
They're still getting through.
the Nemoidians just suck. I'm sorry. Does anyone hold on? Does anyone like the Nemoidians? Can we agree the Nemoidians suck?
Bro, the Nemoidians deserved better.
Oh my god.
They could have been cool.
They were doomed from the start when George decided to give them that voice.
Yeah.
Captain Carpel says, "Ouch time."
He says what?
Ouch time.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Oh, in episode 1?
Yeah.
Ouch
When
time.
they're about to start the battle. This is ouch time.
I don't know who's
Amazing.
dumber. The Nemoidians or the Gungans?
Waddle.
Excuse me? No, I won't. Why are you waving your hands around like that? Are you some sort of Jedi? No. I'm not. I am not a Jedi. Yes, you are. I am not a Jedi.
Bro.
Yes, you are. Ouch Time sounds like it could be a rap album. Oh, come on. When I was a little kid, I thought it was awesome for some reason when Qui-Gon was stabbing through the blast door. It was cool. The door's like melting on the other
Bro,
side.
that's still cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of these are just like the flirting lines, but I wish I could wish away my feelings is always like.
Yeah, that's true. I wish I could just wish away my feelings. Bruh. The "You're so beautiful. It's only because I'm in love. So love is
Oh
blinded
my
you."
god.
Yeah.
Bro, that's Shakespeare. What's not Shakespeare but feels like Shakespeare? That line.
Viceroy, I don't want this stunted slime in my sight again. What did the guy even say to him? I always forget, but it's something like totally reasonable. Like, Palpatine is just so unnecessarily aggressive with him. The fact that "ouch time" is a line in Star Wars changes everything.
The you're shorter than I expected. That line is also really dumb.
General Grievous, you're short. Like, was that supposed to be a burn? I
Yeah,
genuinely.
because General Grievous is huge. Like
Yeah.
he's like an 8-foot tall robot. He just hunches.
You're shorter than I expected.
I don't understand.
Oh my god, my friend sent me a funny picture the other day. It was some post on Reddit, and it was like Ahsoka, like, it was a picture of Ahsoka in front of Grievous. And then the caption was like, I imagine Anakin said, "Oh, you're shorter than I expected to Grievous," because Ahsoka always described him as huge. And I'm just like, bruh, Ahsoka
Oh my
didn't
God.
exist when that
Oh
line
my
was made.
God.
Like,
Uh,
my
I'm
lord,
tired.
it's impossible to locate the ship. It's out of our range. Not for the Sith. Who says that?
I don't know.
That kind of reminds me of that line when they have to go through the planet core, and Qui-Gon is just like, "The Force will guide us." And I'm just like, what? That's not how the Force works.
Bro, the Force
Deep
works however
learned.
the director wants it to.
That is true.
That's the true lesson of Star Wars.
That is true. The Force is a plot device. Ninth level. Thousands of battle droids. The Viceroy in episode 1, they track it, but somehow the Sith do. Bro, it's cloning magic, secrets only the Sith knew.
The side of the Force is a pathway of many abilities, so I would consider it to be unnatural.
Unnatural.
I use that line way too much, and I know I shouldn't.
I
It's
know
so
I
good.
shouldn't. I want more, but I know I shouldn't.
No, I shouldn't.
Hey, shout out to Sam Bricks for the 199 dono. Appreciate that. Obi-Wan Kenobi says Sith and Rebels be like helicopter. Do Inquisitors count as Sith?
Does Ventress count as a Sith? Does Savage Opress
That whole
count
thing
as a
where
Sith?
they just like, oh, it doesn't count as a Sith because it's an assassin.
I don't understand that, because Darth Maul is literally an assassin.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just Sith.
What is the
Like,
difference between Darth Maul and an Inquisitor?
Literally, they both have double-sided lightsabers.
True.
Freaky. Yeah, that's it.
No more, no less. Yo, Stormy, I have so many white 2x2 tiles. The reason I decided to build Starkiller is because of my extensive 2x2 tile collection. No, I still think surely they're dead. Destroy what's left of them is.
Round the soldiers up perimeter we create or something like that. There's no way that Yoda should be able to like be in charge of an army. It's like way too confusing.
To the forward command post.
Oh my god. Why?
Wrap the soldiers up perimeter create.
I'm like, what?
It's like just learn English, my friend. See, kids, that's why you learn grammar at school.
That actually would be kind of funny if in Star Wars, like, there's like that one character that just cannot figure out what Yoda is saying. So there's like a briefing, and there's a clone who's just like, what? What did he say? Can you just start normal, please?
In those situations where like you don't get it first time, so ask them to repeat it, you still don't get it, ask you to repeat it again, and eventually it's like, yeah, whatever.
Eventually they just get
It's
shot.
not worth it.
My friend, this must be a mistake, a terrible mistake. This is madness.
They have gone too far. This is madness. Oh, this is a mistake. A terrible mistake. They've gone too far. This is madness.
Okay.
And JC9277, I did not watch The Mandalorian. I did hear it was good, though. This most recent episode was really good.
It was okay. Just like it was a good episode. Just I don't like where this is going.
Are they going too far in a few places? They're going too far in a lot of places.
Can say that.
Stormy says, I like to think these live streams are my electives in online school. They are. Make sure you guys are doing your boyo homework. Oh. It was a good episode, but you would have hated it. Why do people assume I would have hated things? I have not hated a single Mandalorian episode.
Probably just the name drop of the character that.
Yeah, I mean that would have irritated me, but I wouldn't hate the episode because of it. I would just stop watching because of it.
it was sort of a turn off. Like it was just like it was a fine episode. Just that was sort of annoying.
I feel you. I don't think it could have been any worse than the Boba Fett thing for me. Like Ahsoka's shown up in so many things now. It's like it's hard to even be surprised or feel any type of way about it because you can just almost expect it from anything that Filoni does. But the Boba one, that one hit different. And I don't hate Boba. Like Boba's whatever. Like I'm kind of indifferent to him. But I don't want to see him revived.
Chewbacca?
Chewie.
Yeah, what was that sound?
Waffles has reached his final form. Leedle, 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 lee. Joey Kessler says, was Starkiller based on episode 7 named after the Force Unleashed or Luke's original name? I'm going to say it's probably after Luke's original name. Jamin Grove says, I can't believe how many people thought you liked Rise of Skywalker in the comment section. I know, right? Hey, shout out to Stormy for the $2 dono. Appreciate that, dude. He says, more DBG bricks. Bro, I'm going to need some. I bought so many, and I still need more. Is there a concept in Star Wars that, like, as a kid, took you forever to understand?
The plot of episode 1.
That's a big one.
Yeah. So, what's the plot of episode 1? Amazon is stopping from parcels getting sent. Congress sends 2 monks to figure out the situation. And they pick up a redneck kid who built a quad bike. when Satan shows up.
Yeah.
That's basically episode.
Hey, shout out to Brickgill for the $1 donation. He says, do you have any tips on good rock work? I'm trying to figure out for the first time my Mando contest entry. It's hard. I mean, just look at pictures, honestly. Like, pictures are probably the best. Yeah, just look at what other people are doing, and you get an idea for, like, the parts you want to use and some of the shapes you might want to go for.
What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's up, dude?
How are you, man?
I'm pretty good.
Pretty good.
Just enjoying talking Star Wars.
Oh, when in doubt, talk Star Wars.
When in doubt, talk Star Wars.
When you're doubting the doubt, talk Star Piece.
Oh my god.
Only waffles. Only waffles.
He's doing it again. Mom.
Stormy says, I never understood why the First Order sent TIE fighters shooting at Rey and Finn when Kylo wanted them alive. Well, Kylo wanted BB-8 alive. But same point. Like, they could have... Yeah, I was very concerned when they were shooting at BB-8, like, with a TIE fighter. Like, he could have easily just blown the dude up. Although, Hux did say... so actually that does make sense. Because when Hux talks to Kylo, he's like, get the droids if you can, but kill them if you must. Like, or get the droid if you can, but kill it if you must. I think Snoke and the First Order and Snoke were kind of like, we just don't want the Resistance to get access to Luke. And Kylo was more like, I actually want to get access to Luke. So, yeah. So, yeah, that actually does kind of make sense. The one that doesn't make sense, however, is when Kylo flies his ship full speed at Rey when she's standing on Pisana. Like, bro, what if you just, like, cut her head off? Like, what if you just
That'd be really funny.
splattered
There's people
Rey
that, like,
across his
edit,
windshield?
There's someone that probably has edited that where she just dies.
Oh, yeah. And it's like,
I
oh.
know there's a There's like a famous edit of like when Maul is on his bike and he like runs over Anakin.
Yeah. He's like, Qui-Gon, I'm tired. Anakin duck. He's like, what? Ouch.
The end.
You know what we see a lot of in Star Wars? People snitching. There's obviously
Bruh.
there's Garen Dan in the original film, Lando in Episode 5. Who does anyone snitch in Episode 6? Probably not. In Episode 7, there's a very uncomfortable amount of snitching. Like the First Order starts
There's, like,
on
people
Taco.
flying on each other.
Yeah, like on Jakku, like Unkar's buddies like pointing out like Rey and Finn to the First Order. Bazine snitches to the First Order. That one robot snitches to the Resistance. In Episode 8, that one dude on Canto Bight snitches to get Finn and Rose parking tickets. DJ snitches on the entire First Order. Who else snitches? Honestly, C-3PO is probably the most admirable Star Wars character because he didn't want to snitch on the Sith by telling them where the other Wayfinder was.
Yeah, he just snitches on R2 like all the time.
That is true.
He's like the ultimate snitch. When has there been a secret that he hasn't like kept?
That is true. I love how when he's talking to Luke in Episode 4, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he excels at." He's like, "This droid's gonna cost me a lot of trouble," and he's like, "He excels at this." Luke's response should have been like, "I thought you said I could trust him."
Bruh.
C-3PO's the best salesman ever.
Oh yeah.
Like, bro, this thing is terrible. You don't even want it.
Yep, Darth Vader does bring his son to the Emperor. Snitch.
Hey, snitches get stitches.
True, clearly.
Yeah.
Snitch Wars, a tattletale story.
Halloween.
That is true. The shapeshifter bounty hunter tried to snitch on Django, and Django gave him stitches. Shout out to Django. No snitches tolerated. See, Django could have just went and killed Padme.
Snitched on Django too.
That is true. Django, see, here's why I love Django. Django, while the Jedis were away, could have, like, absolutely went and killed Padme, but instead he knew he had a snitch to take care of, and that's why I respect him.
Boba Fett snitched on Django because he didn't close the door.
That is true. Wow.
Still think Boba Fett's the best bounty hunter ever. Think again, fanboys. He's a snitch.
It honestly is hilarious to me that, like, he just left his armor sitting on the floor, like, out and about. And, like, they open the door, and Jango's like, "Oh, God, Boba, close that door, please." The armor's just sitting right there. Like, bruh.
Bruh.
At least Boba's like a good kid. He likes what his dad does.
Yeah.
Like.
So where do you think Boba went, like, directly after the Battle of Geonosis? Like, how did he get out? How did Boba Fett get off of Geonosis? Because, like, Count Dooku left. And, like, I don't think the Geonosians had an extensive relationship with Jango. I don't know, they might have. He helped them capture Anakin. But, like, who was there to make sure Boba got where he needed to go?
He just takes his dad's jetpack and, like, he's out of there.
He just flies away.
Through the atmosphere.
He probably called, like, his dad's bounty hunter buddies, like, "Yo, Django's dad, I'm stranded on Geonosis. Pick me up."
You know what would be some good lore?
Probably Aura singing.
Who's his mom?
Well, he obviously doesn't have a mom. But it would actually be some good lore if Zam was like, a mother figure. Like if Zam and Django had like a thing, and like Django killed her when she was going to sell him out. That actually would have been an interesting. If there's the scene like at the beginning of episode 2, actually there is that scene. So there's a scene when they're talking. If like maybe like they're like showing affection to each other or whatever, so it's like oh like they're an item, and then Django has to kill her. That would make Django a bona fide snitch killer. Like I would respect that so much. Boba contacted CPS and they took care of him. Now, Suji, Embo, and the rest of the crew came and saved Boba.
No, it was Aura Singh.
Oh, was it Orsi? I can't remember which bounty hunter crew Boba hunted.
No, he was rolling with the Aura Singh and Boskanam.
Ah, that's right.
I want to watch that TV show where just like a family like learn to love one another.
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah. And then Ventress joins them. She's like the weird stepsister.
Like
she's
they
bald.
can't trust each other, the bounty hunters, but then they like learn to trust each other
with the power of friendship.
Bro, forget about the Bad Batch show. This is the series I want to see.
We should direct that.
Is there a name for that crew with Suji, Embo, and whoever else? Do they have a name?
I don't think so.
Bounty hunting squad.
Who else was with them?
Speak softly and drive a big tank. A Star Wars story.
Suji, Embo. Who's the? I feel like there's 4 of them, but I can't remember.
There was the small guy in the mech suit.
What?
The small guy in the mech suit.
I don't remember that at all.
They were on Felucia. The small guy in the mech suit.
Clearly, I need to watch Clone Wars again.
Yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Nope.
Come on, Clone Wars fanboys, back me up.
The girl with the green vine things. Who's the girl?
No, that was in the other episode with the Ventress and the underground train.
I'd be no help right now because I have no idea what we're talking.
Wait, clearly, far too many things happened in the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Nothing but corruption and chaos.
British Bricks asks, why did Anakin program C-3PO to not read Sith language? I mean, he actually didn't program him to not read it. C-3PO just didn't want to snitch. Will I be playing Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga with the boy Cena? So Cena's like off at school now, and the game comes out next April. So I mean, he might be home. We might be able to swing that. Otherwise, I'll just replace him with someone far younger and more powerful. The loss of Count Dooku was a necessary loss, but soon I will have a new apprentice, someone far younger and more powerful.
Cough.
I wonder who he's talking about.
He was talking about Zamwazel, but she got killed.
Yes.
Zam was a Sith Lord.
I thought Ian.
Ian Solo.
Darth Ian.
Actually, it's Han.
That was such a just mind-blowing reveal.
Bro,
An anime plot twist.
there was an anime plot twist.
Technically, yeah.
I have not purchased the Batwing or the Ecto one. I won't get either of those sets, honestly.
I did place a bricks and pieces order of a bunch of plus the new steering wheel that's on the Ecto one.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, bro, I'm about to make cylinders, baby.
Hey.
Goodbye a pulley wheel and espresso handle.
Just
Hello
the same
steering wheel.
as the normal steering wheel piece, but like a bigger version, like a 4 wide instead of 3 wide.
I mean, there's also that octagon part. That's 4 wide.
Entered has a great point. He says, how can C-3PO be persuaded to pretend to be a deity but not take his friends to a random ocean moon? Yeah, he's like, oh, it's against my programming. Bro, just do it. Oh, okay. It's against my programming to speak this language. Bro, come on, just do it. Oh, okay.
That's gonna be my excuse. It's like, do your homework. It's against my program.
There we go. Retiring Star Wars sets that are must-buys. I think the Death Star might be retiring. Oh, and the Tantive 4. So get both of those. There you go. Nah, but the reason he couldn't be persuaded to take them to the ocean moon of Kef beer was because they needed to go meet Babu Frick. Wait, am I misremembering this, or was Babu Frick at the Battle of Exegol? Am I like totally like wrong on that? And it says he was. Oh, okay, I thought so. I clearly just need to watch that movie again.
Baby Yoda and Babu Frick should team up in like their own solo film.
Oh, bro, that's called Star Piece.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
I don't think Waffle doesn't even sing it anymore. I think he just has one of those like buzzers that like just says it for him.
Bro, that's Star Piece. If I had a nickel for every time I heard Waffle say, bro, that's Star Piece.
Bro, I'm using like one of those beat machines. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I haven't said anything. Quick, press a button. I have no idea what's going on, guys.
There we go.
Quick, press a button. What do you do, baby? Quick, press a button. Because I'm close, baby.
Oh my god. Don't forget, press a button, heck the aces.
Yeah, heck the aces. All my homies hate the aces.
What's up, Crackers? Is that your name? I can't wait for Waffles to finish the first ace.
It's gonna be Teal. There I go again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to give me those instructions, Waffles.
I want to need Waffles' aces instructions for when I build the Colossus.
I can't drown my demons. They know how to swim.
That was a classic Waffles button pushing moment.
It's like poetry that rhymes.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. No, Jay, it's introducing Amazon waffles.
Oh my god.
Bro, Blue Brick or someone make a video introducing the Amazon waffles. Hey Alexa, what it do, baby?
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yes.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, you're on X Games mode.
Your entire stuff.
I'll add it to my collection of white elephant gifts.
Oh my god.
Jay, I'll bring it to Boyo Fiesta.
Well, if I can't be there in person?
Well, we're gonna have you there.
Enthred says, why was Luke allowed to take up an X-Wing into battle instead of other pilots who had actually flown in them before? So do we know for a fact that Luke took someone's spot? Like,
No,
Does he become Gold Leaf?
I think in the first From a Certain Point of View book, I think there was a spot open, and Biggs vouched for him. I think.
okay.
But I mean that isn't really canon. But then again,
In my
what's
Star Wars
canon?
headcanon, they just had an extra X-Wing, and sending him up there was better than sending no one in that X-Wing. And yeah, he's Luke Skywalker, baby. Do you think all those guys in orange at the medal ceremony are fresh recruits? That's a good point. I don't know. Maybe they were. Maybe they were elsewhere. You know.
They need more peeps.
Maybe they weren't fresh recruits, but they were just. You know, honestly, I could imagine that. Like they were just rebels from elsewhere. Like they weren't with that specific group. Like I would imagine after the Battle of Yavin, like they probably had some people show up and join like with their specific division of the rebels.
From like other rebel cells and stuff.
Exactly.
If someone was like, hey, do you want to give up your like, X-Wing so that this random kid can fly it? I'll be like, yeah, sure. Because the chances of you like dying up there are so high.
Exactly.
You're not the main character.
Yeah.
Especially with dialogue. Like, if you have speaking role, you're going to die for sure.
It's a dog-eat-dog world out there.
And it says Red 5 died at Scarif, but so did the X-Wing. Luke must have been flying someone else's that was repainted.
Bruh.
Maybe it was fresh off the lot. We just got a new shipment of X-Wings.
It's got a bunch of Legos there.
Will I be putting Easter eggs in the Starkiller like mini kits? Mini kits for sure. Among many other Easter eggs.
A monster
Lego
truck.
in Star Wars. Like,
What you working on, Jay?
I'm working on snow, of course, finishing up this last
Oh, of
snow
course.
hill section. So I'm happy about this.
I still can't get over that net.
You can't get over what? I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
That net, the net pattern.
Oh yeah. It's coming out so well. I love this. It takes forever to build, but it comes out pretty nice.
Jay, you should put a monster truck on Starkiller base.
Where?
Somewhere. I don't know, somewhere.
Wherever any other vehicles are.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the hangar.
Just make a first order monster truck.
Oh my God.
Just like put it next to that weird Crawley Walker that wasn't even in the movie.
Oh my God.
The one they made a set of, the First Order
Right
Scout.
on the podium, like right. Just talking.
Yeah.
Just put him in it.
Hey, Jay.
That
What's up?
vehicle is so ugly.
So I was showing my grandma the Lego magazine that I got yesterday
Uh-huh.
in the mail. And I was telling her, hey, so there's this one set in here that I'm going to spoil myself after this holiday season with. And she's like, what's that? It sounds big. I'm like, it's just the largest, most piece count set that there is.
The Taj Mahal.
It's
No,
the
the Coliseum. I don't know why Taj Mahal came to mind.
She's like, that's 9,000 pieces. Where are you going to put that? I'm like, I don't know yet. She's like, well, it is, $550. Like, yeah, Grandma, that's why I called it spoiling myself for the holiday. She's like, well, you can get that when you have your own place. Okay, Grandma, you trying to kick me out? What's going on here?
Wow. Bro,
That's all I'm working on, okay?
you better modify it to be a Tanuki Stadium. Is that what
What?
it's called? The Geonosis Arena.
Jay, if you convert the Colosseum into a monster truck stadium, you're gonna have to build some micro scale monster trucks, mate.
Bro,
I hate to break it to you, but it's gonna have to be micro scale.
Wow. Nah, I wouldn't buy that set.
The tan and dark tan parts pack.
Pretty much.
It's just the cantina. Like, there's been so many big tan sets.
It's
Can we
big
get big teal
and
sets?
it's tan.
There's like Hogwarts, this one, like cantina.
That is true. Yep, I forgot about Hogwarts.
Just tan is like the most bulk color. Well, I guess gray, light blue, gray. The Falcon and the Star Destroyer.
Yep, light gray. Taj Mahal's white.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Big Ben was also tan.
That is true.
Yeah.
Sydney Opera House was a dark tan.
Yep.
Was
The
the
Empire
London
State
Bridge tan?
Empire State Building is tan.
It's a big set too. Holy Catholics.
London Bridge was also tan.
Shout out to UCS Productions for the 199-pound dono. Says, you never reviewed my minifix Yell Speeder, bro. Oh, yeah, I so sorry about that. I totally meant to do that. Shoot me another message on Insta, and I'll definitely do it today. I got you, bro.
UCS Monster Truck.
Bro, I'm about to drop $600 on a remote control monster truck in January.
What?
Yeah, it's they just announced it like this week, and
What is it?
it's a basically like a hobby class RC monster truck, and I've always wanted to get one, but never really pulled the trigger. But now I'm definitely pulling the trigger.
$6 for an RC car?
Yep.
It must be that big.
I mean, it's not huge, but it's not small either. Like I'd say it's decently sized.
Just buy a real monster truck.
Yeah,
Like your car.
spend $100,000. No, my plan is actually to set up like a dirt track in my backyard to race the truck on. I'm actually start like an RC channel with my little brother. So sorry guys, Rich Boy Jay is coming soon.
Jay is quitting Lego just like me.
Just like me. Jeez.
We're hitting our second Dark Ages.
That'll be the day. That'll be when hell freezes over.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. If this RC channel takes off, I don't know.
I mean, I'm gonna subscribe.
I could see you naming it like Rich Boy J, but there's no I, so it's like RCH Boy J.
RC Boy J.
RC Boy J.
Yeah. But like the R and the C are capitalized.
Right. Yeah, I'm super hype about it.
Looking forward to it.
Duck Production
I'm sure
says,
you're
Jay,
definitely do.
try to guess who I am. Daddy?
Your Duck Productions.
Daddy?
Do I look?
I really want to animate that of like Jedi Bob when like Harry, and then you're like, do I look? I think did someone make an edit of that? I have a memory of it.
Someone made a Mando edit with Baby Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you could do the same thing with David, like Jedi Bob's like daddy, and then, yeah.
And my Best Fin dual set review, I did he's like, no, I am your father. And Luke is just
Yeah,
like, you're not my
Saying that my dad, ugly. Bruh.
What was the most depressing Star Wars death?
The little Ewok and his buddy.
Oh, that was pretty sad. When he's like trying to wake him up.
Yeah, bro.
Oh.
Right in the feels.
Honestly, the most depressing Star Wars death was it was in episode 9.
Bulio.
No, it
When
was
he was
actually
out and
the
then
end credits.
Jay died.
It was the end credits when Star Wars died.
Yeah.
Bruh.
I was thinking of something like that, but I didn't know how to put it.
When J.J. Abrams ruined my childhood. J.J. Abrams, Ryan, J.J. Johnson,
make
Ryan, my
J.J.
childhood.
Abrams.
J.J. Johnson, Ryan, my childhood. War Restore Build says, but you still like 9 more than the prequels. I think 9 has more offensive lore for sure. 9, I probably would still say is a better movie. Nine isn't boring. I'll put it that way. Like episode 9 is a lot of things, but I would not say boring is one of those things.
Swag.
Make a J.J. Johnson diss track.
From one J to another 2 J's.
Exactly. From 1 J to 2 J's.
Name's so nice you gotta say it twice.
Oof. A movie so bad you gotta watch it once.
With your dad.
Warsaw is like, explain yourself. But you still like episode 9 more than the prequels? Explain yourself. Yeah. I think the prequels are just boring. That's kind of what it boils down to for me.
So you have chosen death.
I'm surrounded by death and evil. Wait, no. I'm surrounded by fear and dead men.
Oh my god, not this again.
I'm surrounded by death and feared men.
Who have you surrounded? All I am surrounded by is fear and dead man. Okay.
Bro, don't be mad because that book did more for Vader than the sequels ever could.
All I'm surrounded by is teal and greebles.
All I'm surrounded by are unfinished mocks. That actually applies to you too, Waffles.
Yeah. Jay, I just took apart my clone turbo tank.
You had a clone. Oh, the small one.
The small one.
Oh, I was about to say, wait, what? But yeah, I remember that. Why'd you take it apart?
I don't know.
You didn't even have a reason. You're just like, whatever.
I was sorting yesterday and I was like, we need more gray. You're a year old, your time has come.
And third says,
Was I a good mock? You were the best mock. Come, join us, my son.
and third says, that hit me deep. Oh, I'm sure it did.
Don't worry, Intert. Your MTT is still in one piece, but just one of them.
Only one of them.
Okay, I'm looking at my window. Any minute now. Any minute now. You get me too.
What would it take for you to actually like get violent with Waffles? Like it seems like it would really take a lot to like anger Enthert to the point of violence. Like if Enthert brought like a project he's been super passionate about to like a convention, and you deliberately pushed it over, like I still feel like he would be polite to you.
Yeah. If I like pushed over redacted at a show,
Oh my
he'd be
god,
like, okay, that's
bro,
alright.
I
We
would
can
fight you for
rebuild
that.
it.
No
I don't
Maka's
know.
ever really gone.
No one's ever really gone.
And then says I'd
Oh my
apologize to him for it being in his way.
Oh my god.
If they're just so kind.
They just moved over here to Canada.
I know, right? And they're just a Canadian at heart.
Bro, Inter's a wholesome cinnamon roll. We must protect him at all costs.
We really do. Let me know if anyone has ever hurt you. Please let me know. I will.
Bro, like,
I will eliminate
bro,
them.
tell me, I'll fight them.
Yes. GK Brick says, Jay, your AT-AT build, would you say it's worth to buy all the parts and the attractions? I mean, yes.
Yo, Inter, any bully who messed with you in school, and any girl who broke your heart, like, give me their name, their address, their favorite Lego color, and
Favorite Lego color. But there's no way anyone could break Entherd's heart. Unlike his mocks, Entherd's heart is not that fragile.
Easily.
Hey, what's up, Playmation? How you doing, bro? Entherd says there's this one guy.
Oh yeah, there's
two
this
MTTs
one guy
too.
that I lent two MTTs to.
What's a guy got to do to get two Entherd MTTs, man? Did you do unspeakable things? Jay, I think you and Ash and Flash would get along great. You guys have similar Star Wars opinions. Could you two do a collab live stream talking about Star Wars? I don't know. I could look into it, I guess. If Ash and Flash is too a man of culture, then maybe we can have a productive conversation about Star Wars. Unless you're totally joking and we actually have opposing Star Wars opinions. I don't know, what would be more entertaining for you guys? Me talking to someone who I agree with on Star Wars or someone who I heavily disagree with on Star Wars? Like, Garrett and I agree pretty heavily on Star Wars, and you've seen me talk with him extensively. Maybe that'd be fun. I mean, Star Wars Theory would probably be the best candidate for this, but find the person who I disagree with the most when it comes to Star Wars.
What would be like the most epic like crossover of all time?
Star Wars Theory, it has to be Star Wars Theory.
Mike Zero.
Oh my
Like,
god,
that
I
needs to
could
happen.
I could not talk to Mike Zero. Oh no, Dave Filoni. Yep, Francis. Yeah. That would be something.
You
That would
better
be
do a
that
live
would
stream
actually be super
with Star
interesting.
Wars Theory. That would be like the best thing ever.
I'm trying to think, is there anything that Star Wars Theory and I both like? I mean, he has to like the original trilogy, right? But he said like Episode 4 is worse than Episode 1.
What?
I'm pretty
He
sure
didn't
he
say
thinks
that.
Episode 1 is better than Episode 4.
He did not say that.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Why?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't like Episode 4.
There's not enough Clone Wars.
Okay.
They only mentioned the Clone Wars. Like, really.
Episode 4 made the Clone Wars. Alright, see ya, Francis. Take care, man.
I hate the Clone Wars.
No, I think the best... I mean, because Star Wars Theory even isn't this rabid. I think, like, the most entertaining, like, crossover stream for me to have would have to be with one of those people who, like, make, like, a 3 or 4 hour video ripping apart every second of The Last Jedi.
Oh my god.
That would have to be.
Thor, Skywalker, and Waller, and all the rest of them.
Yeah, exactly.
No. It's gotta be the ones whose reasons for hating the Last Jedi is like, you know, too many women and putting politics in Star Wars and you
Yeah.
know, all those reasons. Clearly alpha males.
Apparently some dude named Vito Gesualdi made a 1 hour video hating on Rise of Skywalker. How long is my Rise of Skywalker video? It's probably only like 30 minutes at the most. I couldn't bear think about that movie any longer than that. Count Ravioli says Geeks and Gamers is worse than Star Wars Theory.
Never heard of them.
I've never heard of them either. We need to go on a journey. Maybe that's all I'll do. That's how I'll spend my time. I'm going to go on a journey.
If Star Wars Theory comes on, you can finally get the answer to the ultimate question. Did he ever listen to Murder on Anakin's Mind?
That is true. I would love to ask him that. He'd probably just leave. He'd be like, oh, that was you?
Just
Oh,
end
He
the,
would roid rage
he
quit.
ends the live stream even though you're the one live streaming.
yeah. He's like, Jay, turn this live stream off right now. End it. Turn it off.
Maybe he's allergic.
Allergic.
You never know.
Joe Wheeler says, what do you dislike more, Rise of Skywalker or the prequels? So I actually brought this up earlier. I'm still going to go with the prequels. There are no fart jokes in Rise of Skywalker.
Possible. Perhaps the archives are incomplete. There can't be a Star Wars movie without a fart. That's the epitome of Star Wars.
Yeah.
How did George think that was a good idea? Like, I genuinely just would love to talk just Jar Jar with him. Like, be honest with me, George. Like, you can't have actually thought like this was funny. But George is like has like a weird sense of humor, so he probably did think it was funny. Mad Dog says Theory saying Episode 1 is better than New Hope is factually incorrect. So he did actually say that, right? I'm not crazy, right? Playmation says Jamie like Episode 9 more than the prequels, but we all know he'd rather build a prequel mock. Oh, for sure. Not even close. People kind of misconstrue like mocks that I'd appreciate or like for like how much I actually enjoy the film. Like, you should like the look on David's face when I told him like my favorite ship was the Republic gunship, and he's like, "But you hate the prequels," and I'm like, "Yeah, but like." the prequels aren't just ships, right? Like, there's like a movie happening and like characters speaking. Daz Caldwell says, "How's your Black Series figure collection coming along?" I bought 4 figures the other week. I think I've showed them off here. I got my P1 clone and basically the entire Endor squad in episode 6. So those are the figures I bought most recently. There's not really anything that I'm actively trying to get right now. So yeah.
So super.
Honestly, probably just want more Phase 1 clones. That's probably the only thing that I'll actually go out of my way to try to get. I like 4 of them. It'd be cool to have 4 of these guys.
Jay, you wanna
Say that again?
go to work for me?
Sure. I'll be right over.
I still get to pay though.
Oh, wow. Okay. This deal keeps getting worse all the time. I hope you don't
Okay,
alter
fine,
it
you get
again.
half. You get half.
I don't want to get half for doing all the work.
Alright, fair enough. I'll go to work for you.
That's a good question. Would you take half of your paycheck if it meant you didn't have to go to work, but you can't work anywhere else during that time?
Oh,
I mean, I don't work anyway, so
Okay.
what's there to lose?
I want full paycheck or no? Actually, no. Oh. I guess half's better than none.
Mad Dog has a good question. He says, "Jay, what is one thing the prequels did right?"
Padme's apartment.
Yeah. I mean,
JB working on.
so I think about, okay, like, so let me think, right? Like, what are like the big things in the prequels, right? So like the Jedi, I would say they did not do the Jedi right. The enemies, like the droids, I'd say they didn't do those right. Like the actual villains, I'd say they didn't do those right. The main characters, I'd say they didn't do those right. The battles, I'd say they didn't do those right. I guess the aesthetic, like the visuals, like the ships. I'll say the ships. I'd say that's one thing they did right.
The prequels has
The
some
design.
shit.
Yeah.
I think everyone can agree about that.
Oh yeah, yeah. But that's like just so low on my like movie radar. Like, on my list of things that like make a good movie good, that's like so low. Like
You could say Han Solo.
Ugh.
I hope the rest of the stream.
Joey Kessler says the Battle of Coruscant is visually stunning. See, I don't really agree. Like, in my opinion, it's just kind of a mess. Like, it's like episode 9, right? Like, there's absolutely a point where there's just too much happening. And it says ship design, 100% presentation of set design, eh. Yeah, like, I agree. I don't know. I can't think of one thing that I'd say they really just got right.
The alien designs?
Absolutely not. I would say
It's a hit and miss.
I feel like there's a lot of miss. Like all the like aliens at the forefront, like, ugh, like the Nemoidians, Watto, Jar Jar.
Dexter.
Yeah, Dexter looks horrible. Like,
What? He's the most handsome man. Well,
oh yeah.
Cloud.
Bro, but there on the flip side, there's Yarel Poof
Yeah. Long
and Kid Fisto.
Like, there's a lot of
And
cool
that's
like
not-
background aliens. Like a lot of the Jedi aliens, like they work very well.
Yeah.
But like
yeah,
those, they're just background
Snake
aliens.
like
Like,
guy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking of. Like the background aliens look really good.
right, yeah.
Some of the pod racers, like.
Quadraneros.
Ben Quadraneros looks terrible. I'm sorry. Like, Ben Quadraneros is a
Just
terrible
like-
character inside.
He's like a little kid drawing.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he doesn't look real. Like, his body is like 90% his face. Like, it looks so stupid.
Humpty Dumpty looking boy.
Yeah. He looks like my
Ben
kid
Quadraneros
with
looks
two
so
eyes.
like I love that he's a meme. Like, it's funny, but this is a terrible looking alien. Oh my god, bro.
Foden bead. Oh my god.
Like, what was that?
The pod racer whose family came out to watch.
Rats Tyrell.
I think that's a decent design.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so his name is. I've been trying to. There's like that snake-like Jedi guy.
Oh, Oppo Rancisis.
Oppo Rancisis.
Yeah. What? Like, how does he do Jedi stuff?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Does he just like slither?
Yeah, how does he
Like,
move?
heavy?
Does he hover?
And he's
I
just
think
really
it.
hairy.
I think he slithers. But I guess like
Ow.
in instead of being slow like a hut, maybe he's faster like a snake.
I know. I was thinking of Coleman
I mean, he has
Kosh.
hands, so
Maybe he just
That's
uses a
good.
jetpack.
bro, maybe he uses the force. Who'd have thunk it?
Who'da thunk
Can you
it?
imagine?
Bro, could you?
Yeah, Ben Quadraneros is so. Oh my god. Like it. So bad. He looks like something from like Spy Kids. Like he's such a low. He's such a low budget looking alien. Like,
That's looks like a grandma.
oh my god.
And he's got like the space between his like mouth and his nose. He looks like opposite Thanos.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's like if you had a pear and you just left it outside for a really long time and it just melted.
Bro, space bear.
Face pear.
Shout out to all my pears.
I just realized Foden and Beat have 4 arms. What? I never realized that. That's so weird. So who can? So there's one side. Does like how are the arms controlled? You know, like does one of the heads control like the arms on their side, or like does one head control the top row of arms and then the other head controls
How
the
do you
bottom
find a
row of
shirt
arms?
like that? Do you have to like just buy a shirt and cut holes in it?
Yeah, probably.
Like at some point you just wouldn't wear a shirt. Like, what's the point?
Bro, imagine what like a shopping mall in Star Wars would look like. Like if you just walk into like the Gap in Star Wars, like is there a section for every species? Like, oh, here are like Ben Quadranero's clothes, and here are like Doug
It'd
clothes.
be a nightmare.
Like, how many different like? Oh my! I can only imagine trying to produce clothing for and have
I think-
have an inclusive clothing store in Star Wars.
It's a,
Well, I don't think clothing stores would be inclusive. Like I think you'd have to go to this specific store to
yeah, I think
you
it
know
would be
buy,
like,
buy something fit for like
if there was clothes stores in Star Wars, it would be like it either sells rags or armor. Like that's basically what people wear.
yeah.
Normal people.
You're right. It's either rags or armor. That's right. And then you have the occasional like tailor made robes for like senators and other dignitaries,
Characters.
main characters.
All right, so here's a question So I actually have to leave, but I'm gonna ask this question. I'd love to hear you guys' response to this before we end the stream. So Garrett seems to be under the impression that Twi'leks were, how do I put this? Like, so he basically
I don't
feels
like
like
where this is going.
no, it's nothing bad. He basically feels like the fact that like Bib Fortuna and like Ula are the same alien as a retcon. Like he feels like they weren't initially intended to be the same alien. Like they were probably supposed to be different aliens, and then retroactively like, oh yeah, they're both Twi'leks. Like,
Yeah, I kind of
that
see
makes
that.
sense.
I kind of
'Cause
see that.
I didn't know he was a Twi'lek up until recently.
Yeah,
yeah,
because you remember Prune Face from Robot Chicken?
yeah.
Well, Prune Face was like an extra from Return of the Jedi who is barely in the movie. He's in there, but not really. And his head is like a failed Palpatine prosthetic.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess like okay, failed Palpatine prosthetic. Okay, let's make it an alien. Oh, two similar aliens. Like, you know what? Why not just make them the same species? Like same sort of logic during production or whatever. So
Okay, hold on. So Joe Wheeler in the chat says, "Why do only male Twi'leks have ears?" I'm pretty sure the females have ears too.
Yeah, like
I
Hera.
think Ula had ears.
She just
Ula
had-
definitely
she just
has
had-
ears.
Yeah.
Ula has weird ears though. Like Ula's ears do not look like Bib. Bib has like normal looking ears. Ula has like weird like triangle ears.
I know Hera has like those ear muffs or whatever. That must be so annoying having to talk to her all the time and she like doesn't hear you.
I know, right?
She always has ear muffs on.
Kanan can't see and Hera can't hear. Isn't that ironic? Her name is Hera and she can't hear. Get it? Get it?
Bruh.
It says the females all have little cones over their ears. Hold on. So are the cones not their ears? I don't understand.
They're
Star
probably
Wars
just, like
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Cones. Oh, I have a funny picture. So I'm actually gonna leave, but this is pretty funny. Okay, Invert says the cones are biologically their ears. That makes sense. Look at the picture I just posted.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I saw it on Google Image. I'm like, okay, that makes me kind of uncomfortable.
Oh no.
And Brian's Bricks, I have not heard that new Uzi. I'll check it out. I'll check it out on the way.
Neither have I.
So as much as I'd love to sit around and contemplate the biology of Twi'leks, I'm going to go ahead and head out, guys. It's been a good day. I got this Snow Hill done, which makes me happy because this is probably the last one I'm going to have to do for this section, and it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So, Starkiller update for sure coming this weekend. Mock showcase tomorrow, so check that out. And I'm also going to do another stream probably Friday. Which actually, I'm going to have to figure that out because we're supposed to be doing the watch party for LEGO Star Wars. So, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how my mood is that day. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks to my lovely guests for hanging with me this entire time. And I'll see you guys again very soon.
Yeah.